They say the woods are a place of peace and solitude, a place to escape the world. But what if the woods are already watching you? What if something is waiting in the dark? This footage is the reason why you should always stay in your tent at night. Case number 1. On July 12th, 2023, he and his friend went up a canyon to watch the sunset. The wind was strong, but the view was beautiful. He was filming everything, telling his camera how nice it was. But that feeling didn't last.
Okay. Oh gosh, it is windy.
It is windy. Oh man, look at that sunset.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I actually came up here not that long ago. I don't know if you can hear me, but oh, it is windy. Let me turn away so you can hear me.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, he heard a sound. It was a loud, high-pitched screeching that didn't sound like any animal he knew. It was so scary that he told his friend they had to leave right away. The beautiful sunset now looked haunting.
But I heard like a loud screeching sound. I don't even know what it was.
Really?
Yeah. So that's
Wait,
what?
did you hear that?
Wait, what?
When do you get off this mountain?
Dude, okay, let's just go.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Dude, I don't even know what we heard.
I don't want to sit here and
Okay. Okay, so we're just driving down the mountain still. Dude, it took us like an hour to get up here. That's how crazy this was.
As they drove back down the mountain, the feeling of being watched grew stronger. He stopped the car to listen for the sound again, and a chill ran down his spine. Then he thought he saw something move in the trees. The sun was setting, and the woods got darker and darker. He and his friend got deeper into the trees, and it became hard to see anything.
A minute. Dude, did I just see something move? Wait. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, I'm getting back in the car. Okay, dude, let's go. Let's see. Okay. Just keep driving. The trees are getting closer. We're deeper in the trees. It's gonna be harder to see further now.
shine down there, see if it's in the pit.
No.
Then the real horror began. The road was blocked. A large, heavy log and other pieces of wood were laid across their path. He was sure they weren't there on the way up. They had to get out of the car to move the roadblock, but something else was surely moving around.
Oh, stop. What is that?
That wasn't there when we came up, dude.
Dude, is something blocking the road? Hey, dude. Okay. We're gonna have to get...
Wait, hold on. Something's moving right there.
No. Well, dude, we have to get out and move that. Okay, wait. Park the car.
No, something's moving. I can see it moving.
What? But we have to move that log. We can't get past. Okay, I'm gonna get up real close. It might just be wind pushing something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
Oh.
Bro, we gotta get up to that. We gotta go. We gotta move this.
They struggled with the heavy log. He couldn't lift it alone and needed help. Then, when he was finally ready to move the log, something even stranger happened. He saw that the log was no longer a log. It was just a bunch of rocks. And when they got closer, they saw fresh dirt where the rocks had been. Something had just moved them. Whatever was in the woods with them was close.
Oh, okay. Oh, dude, this one's heavy. Dude, I can't pick this one up. I need your help.
Let's go,
dude,
let's
get
go,
in the
let's
car.
go.
Gun it, dude, gun it.
What was that?
What?
Is that rock?
What? Hold on.
Bro, those look like rocks.
Okay, hold on. Hey, wait, okay. Hey, look, you stay in the car. I'm gonna come out.
Do you see anything?
Dude, they're rocks. Oh, wait. Dude, come look. Hold on.
They jumped back in the car and drove as fast as they could. He looked behind them to make sure nothing was following. But his friend yelled to stop. His friend said he saw something hiding behind a tree, just watching them. They didn't stay to check. They just kept driving.
Wait. Dude, look right there. Shh, dude, there it is.
What is it? What is it? Dude, it just took off. Oh, dude. Dude, it just took off.
We went that way.
I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here.
Okay.
They saw it. In the car's headlights, they saw the creature standing in the woods. It was tall and thin, and it took off running away from them. They kept driving until they reached the end of the canyon. They finally saw the lights of the town in the distance. He knew they were safe now.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, I don't think it's up. I think it still followed us, bro.
Oh, shoot. Oh!
Don't hit the
I
car.
almost got cut in half. Dude, go! Go! What's the matter with you? Go! Keep going. I think we're safe. Okay, end of the canyon right there. Let's just keep going. Alright.
Oh, dude, we are out of the mountains, man.
Can you? Yeah.
He told his friend that they were never coming back to that mountain. He would never forget the horror they saw, the sound they heard, and the feeling of being hunted in the dark woods. With that being said, let's move on to our next horrifying encounter. Case number 2. On April 5th, 2019, he went up a mountain for a solo camping trip. He was looking forward to doing some work at his camp and carving a spoon. The day was peaceful as he set up his tarp and made a fire.
Oh, that was close. Looks like we got company. About 20 minutes. I can see it starting to come to shape. I've always wanted to do this, but never quite got around to it.
As the sun began to set, he started to hear a strange noise. He heard something from the top of the mountain. It sounded like a bird, but it wasn't a normal bird call. The noise stopped and started, and he began to feel like he was just hearing things. He knew it was going to be a long night.
Keep hearing the strange noise up on the top of the mountain. I can't figure out what that is. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sounds like some kind of, almost sounds like a bird, but it doesn't. Of course it quits. I'm hearing things. This may be a long night. All right. Let's try our luck with this now.
After dinner, he finished carving for the day and went to bed around 9 p.m. He was tired and hoped to get a good night's sleep, but he was wrong.
And there ain't a cloud in the sky tonight. Well, boys and girls, getting ready to hit the hay. It's a little after 9, and I'm whipped. I think I'm gonna sleep good tonight. It's supposed to be relatively warm in the 50s. I know it feels like it. Alright guys, I just want to give you a quick update. It's about 10 after 10. I laid down about 9.
A loud, deep sound woke him up. He had never heard anything like it before. It was a guttural call, a mix between a pig and an ape, sounding like a velociraptor from a movie. The calls came from a ridge behind his camp. He heard 4 calls, a pause, and then 2 more. The sound was big and close. He grabbed his gun and was too scared to go back to sleep.
9 o'clock. And I was trying to go to sleep. It took me a while and I was almost asleep, and sometime before 10 I was woke up by something I've never heard in my life. And I know this might sound sensational or something that, you know, I'm not bullshitting. I heard like 4 quick, very loud, deep guttural calls on this ridge behind me, behind camp. There's like a dip on the other side, and it goes up to a higher ridge on this backside, and it sounded like it come from over there. But it was like 4 calls, almost like a communication call of some kind. They were back to back, and then there was a pause, and then I heard 2 more. It scared the absolute shit out of me. I'm still rattled. I've never heard anything like that in my life. It sounded like a mix between almost like a pig. Some kind of, I hate to even say it, but a pig, an ape, and the calls almost sounded like how the velociraptors communicate with each other on Jurassic Park. I've never heard anything like that in my life. Needless to say, I'm pretty wigged out being up here by myself.
The creepiest part of the night came around 1 a.m. He woke up again and heard something moving around his camp. It sounded like 2 or 3 things were circling his tent. When he got up, he heard the sounds getting closer. He didn't have his gun, so he quickly went back to his tent to get it. He grabbed his gun and camera and went back out, but the sounds stopped. He only heard a much fainter call in the distance.
I'll keep you posted. About 1 o'clock, I woke up again. I heard something circling my camp. Whatever it is, it sounded like there was 2 or 3 of them, and it started on the other side of my camp, went around my perimeter. I heard that. Yeah. I think I'm going back.
The next morning he was tired and shaken. He packed up his camp, still not knowing what the sounds were or what had been circling him. He had been camping for many years, but he had never experienced anything like this. It was a night he would never forget. Moving on to our next encounter, case number 3. On January 31st, 2022 in the USA, they had gone outside that night, calling for their lost dog, Oscar. The cold air carried only their footsteps and the faint sound of the wind. At first, everything seemed normal.
Jesus, what is it? Oscar! Hey!
But then they noticed movement ahead in the dark. 2 glowing green eyes stared back at them, unmoving. For a moment they thought it might be Oscar until they realized the shape was all wrong.
Oscar?
Since we're close. What the heck?
Oscar!
What the heck is that? That's not Oscar.
That's not Oscar?
That's 2 green eyes.
Get out of there!
Hey! Is anybody down there? The heck?
No, get out of there.
The figure didn't step forward. It didn't make a sound. It only watched. A rush of fear hit. The eyes seemed too high off the ground, too steady to belong to any animal they knew. They called out, asking who was there. No answer came.
Hey, who is that?
The darkness swallowed the figure and the glowing eyes faded away. Oscar never came back. With this being said, let's move on to our 4th eerie reason why you should always stay in your tent. Case number 4. On November 4th, 2024, He planned for a solo tent camping in heavy rain. He settled his tent near a floodplain, a mistake he wouldn't realize until later. The rain continued all night, and he was mentally disturbed. He had been awake since 10:50 p.m., and he didn't know his choice would bring him serious consequences.
I had to move the camera again. Jeez. My light just died. It's 10 to 5 and it has not stopped raining all night long. I've only got one earplug. I don't know where the other one's gone.
As he tried to enjoy a moment of stillness, a faint, unnatural sound was heard through the rain. His hand froze in fear, and somewhere in his heart, he already knew. Something was out there, beyond the darkness of the trees. And then there was a mysterious slug.
It's in here somewhere, but I'm acutely aware that I'm on the floodplain of a river. So I'm hoping it's not raining enough for it to flood. It does sound like it's flowing a bit more enthusiastically than it was. So yeah, we should be fine. Should be fine. I'm gonna try and get another hour's sleep.
Just as he decided to pack his things, he noticed water streaming behind his tent. The flood had begun. In the dim glow of his lantern, he could see the water rising, the cold stream curling like fingers around his campsite. Panic set in as he realized he was running out of time.
I think I might have pushed my luck last night. It looks very close to flooding. Really, really close. It's even flooded on the other side, just a little bit. But yeah, I think I need to be getting my arse out of here now, sooner rather than later. Just as I was putting down the bag, I noticed that it's already starting to flood. You can see it streaming down here and it's going right behind my tent.
As he walked away from the tent, the sounds of the rain and rushing water almost drowned out the faint cry still echoing in the distance. But he didn't look back. He had survived the night, but the memory would haunt him forever. With that being said, let's move on to our next eerie encounter. Case number 5. On March 19th, 2025, he and his friend went to a bothy in the mountains of Wales. The place was in the middle of nowhere, perfect for a peaceful trip away from the world. He had read some comments online that said the bothy was a spooky place, but he didn't believe it. They planned to have a calm night of camping and talking.
Let me get in there. So we're going to go inside the gaff now. It's going to be...
When they got to the bothy, it was a mess. They spent a long time cleaning up the trash that others had left behind. After they finished, the place looked much better, but it still felt strange. As he walked around, he found a creepy mask hanging on the wall. They settled in, made a fire, and had a good dinner. The evening was quiet and relaxing, just as they had planned.
Mask. What the hell? There's a little kitchen area, which we're not going to use. It's just, it could do with a real good clean and tidy, to be fair. And yeah, as always, you find a flat surface and you commandeer it. So Mike has brought a tuck shop with him. So how cool is that? And I've got a few bit of odds and sods on there. Like I said, you know, when you come to these places, it's common sense, it's customary to leave something to help others. Now, between us, we got some kindling, a couple of boxes of firelight as a candle. The old trick with the matches, if you don't know what I'm talking about, do some research, because it will save a life one day. Obviously, bacon grill, you won't want to be caught out And there's a bit of a clue as to who I'm here with. We brought our own firewood. I had to empty out the stove, sweep it out, give it a good clean up, remove loads of the crap. You know, me and my mate, you know, all of that corner was full up with crap. I mean, I don't know why people disrespect these places. The rule of thumb should be whatever you take it away with you when you go, unless it's something that you want to leave that's going to be helpful.
But the peace didn't last. A loud, sudden noise came from outside. It sounded like a loud crash. His friend swore and asked what it was. The noise was so unexpected that it made them both jump. He went outside to check, but there was nothing there. When he went back inside the bothy, he found the door wide open. He was confused because he was sure he had closed it. This was the start of the truly terrifying events.
Ravenware from the 70s. Old school, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's that? Are you hearing that? I thought I heard something on the window, actually. There is a lot of sheep outside, but they're not that tall, are they? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I wonder.
certainly is.
What was that?
What the? Hold on, this is bizarre. What's that?
What? Now you're shitting me up.
Hey?
What do you mean?
There's something out there. I'm going to go and have a look.
I've
No.
keep them going, you know, mate, honestly.
Really? Oh, God. There's something up there.
With me.
It's all right.
No, there's me torch.
Right, let me get out there. Definitely. What the hell is that noise?
He noticed other things were wrong. His bottle had been moved, and his camping pot was on the floor. Then his friend pointed to the stairs. There was a light there that had not been there before. He was so scared that he asked his friend if he was messing with him, but he knew his friend was just as scared as he was. They shut the door and tried to calm down.
This makes sense. What's that? Did you hear that on the window? Did you just hear that on the window? I'm gonna have a look. There's something on that window. It's not in here. What?
What the hell was that?
There's a light on the stairs. Dude, there's a light on the stairs. Where did that come from?
You're messing me now.
No, look, come here. Look, Mike, come.
No, you're messing with me.
I swear.
I'm in here.
I know you're in there, but how did that get there and I'm here?
You're messing with me now.
Come here and have a look. If you don't believe me.
I believe you, honestly.
Jesus. But I heard something on that.
Don't go on that either.
There's a window. Just something was banging on that window.
Did you put that there?
No, that's what I'm just saying to you. Oh my God.
But the weird stuff didn't stop. They sat down to rest, and the light on the ceiling began to move by itself. They were frozen in fear, watching it sway back and forth. Then they saw the candles on the table flickering wildly. He couldn't understand why these things were moving on their own. The whole bothy was filled with a strange feeling.
I need to sit down. I'm a bit done in, mate, in the moment. I just need to get my head together. I can't believe we just filmed all this on freaking YouTube.
I should don't stand on the cigarette.
Yeah, cheers, man. Don't you? Please tell me that was you.
Yeah, I'm sat right next to you with headphones.
That's not what I'm saying. Look!
What?
Crap! It's moving on the ceiling! Dude! How is that possible?
It's laughable. What?
You know, we're both sat here. Let me just turn that. Oh my god. I don't know what to say, guys, but I think we've just been. Look!
Mate, I haven't.
We're bloody
Mate, I'm not
moving.
even, I'm not even moving. What is
We just sat here. Look, the lantern! The lantern's moving.
It's not the lantern. What about the backs?
Everything's. How is that moving? Take a picture. Let me just freaking flip this around. God, what? How is that? How are they moving, dude? When we've been sat down here all along. What? Is there something in that window? No, it's me getting myself at it.
Yeah.
What the freak? I'll have to get that fire gun in a minute. What? I can't understand why they're moving, dude. Jesus wept.
Then something fell off the ceiling.
Oh, I just don't understand what's going on.
Is there a clock in here as well? So I can hear ticking.
I
Ticking really pissed me off, you know.
don't know. Oh, sorry. Put more torch on.
They knew it was their time to go away from this place and just never come back. They never looked back because this place gave them their worst nightmares. That brings us to our last haunting footage. Case number 6. On July 20th, 2012, he and his girlfriend moved into a new home deep in the woods. They were excited to be away from the city, but they couldn't shake the eerie feeling that they were being watched. They would often notice a person walk past their window and look in, but whenever they tried to see who it was, the person was gone. To calm their minds, they decided to set up a hidden webcam in their bedroom window, hoping to catch a glimpse of the person and prove they weren't crazy. It worked. What they saw on the camera was chilling. The camera caught a man standing just outside the window. The lights from the nearby parking lot lit him up perfectly. He didn't move or flinch. He just stood there staring. The boyfriend went outside to confront him, but the man just turned and walked away without a word. The next day, the man showed up at their front door. He had a strange, calm look on his face. He apologized for looking in, but didn't give any real reason for his creepy actions.
Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
The couple was left with a horrifying thought. What do you do when the person who has been watching you is your new neighbor?
Out to, and he literally took a look at me and turned around and pulled out. But I know it was the same car. It was like a white SUV with a bag over the back of his window, and he turned around and I saw that same bag.
Kyle, turn around, there's somebody sleeping in the tent behind me.
Okay, well you scared me.
They thought it was going to be a regular camping adventure until the forest took an eerie turn. What happened next was nothing short of terrifying. Welcome to Scary Flashbacks, your portal to eerie tales, spine-chilling mysteries, and the unsettling horrors lurking in the shadows. Meet Jason, the mastermind behind the YouTube channel Venture Unbound. His channel is all about pushing boundaries and confronting your fears through travel and outdoor adventures. He truly embodies the spirit of stepping out of your comfort zone and exploring the world, just like he did on the 22nd of February, 2025.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are staying in a bivvy tent and we have a tarp over the top to protect from the rain. It might be quite uncomfortable tonight, but we'll see how it goes. It's my first time using a bivvy tent. Last time I used a hammock tent, which you'll see tagged at the end of the video. Yeah, let's see how it's go. We're just trying to find a comfortable spot now. There's so many trees around, but it's just trying to find the right spot, which is going to be completely flat and well sheltered. It's a bit alarming when you see fallen branches like this fallen from the trees. Could easily fall on you in the night.
The area he chose seemed ideal at first glance, but while exploring the surroundings of his campsite, Jason stumbled upon something that should have been his first red flag.
So I'd say one of the only issues with this area is it's next to a dirt track. So you've got this track here where bikes go through, so it's quite a busy area, and that's the tent there. There's also a footpath over there as well where people are walking, so it can get quite loud. The sun is setting now, so it should be getting quite quiet, and hopefully no one passes through, especially at the night time as well. Don't want anyone passing through on night time. That'd be creepy. So this is quite cool. There's like a building, or at least half of one. I don't even know what it is. There's like these stone objects in a big pit. That's strange. You know what though, this would be a really good spot for a camp. If you had the tarp going across on each 4 corners and then your tent down there, that's a really good spot. Finding new stuff in this area. Oh, you never know, it could be a place where they do like witchcraft and that, so, and potentially sacrifices. So if I go missing and this is my last video, then
Despite this ominous discovery, Jason decided to stick to his original plan of camping there. As darkness fell, he prepared a simple meal, savoring the tranquility and peacefulness of nature around him. Unfortunately, that serene feeling didn't last long. Even though nothing happened.
It's pitch black. This is what it's like when you have the lantern on, and it's very creepy. Like when you need to go to the toilet in the night, it's so spooky. Like you just see a random tree just dotted there, and it's so like whoa. It's like a person stood there, but yeah, it's quite a creepy feeling when it's dark like this. But yeah, it's looking quite good now. I think I'm gonna go in the tent and get settled for the night. So yeah.
Kyle, turn around, there's somebody sleeping in the tent behind me. There. No, go to the tent, right there, bro. Kyle, hello? Rod. I told you it's bumping into something, it's not really good. Oh, come here, boys, together. Yeah, but I don't want the guy to feel threatened at all, do you know what I mean? Yeah, leave him to it, mate, let's go. He's got a body cut, look, he's got a trail cam there, look. What do you mean, a trail cam? Look on the tree, that just looks like animals and shit. You're right. Oh, sorry, we just stumbled across you, mate, my bad.
No, it's alright, no worries. I'm jumping like this.
You're doing okay though?
I'll tell you what, if you go down that way, there's like a bit of a ditch.
Is there?
Yeah.
Like a bit of a straight.
Just keep going, there's like a building or something.
Oh, thank you.
Just have a look at it.
Oh, thank you very
Like
much.
a circular brick sort of thing. No, there's no worries, man. Good man. Alright,
So I've just been woken up by some lads walking through the woods with a torch. They shined it on my tent. They've gone over down to where the circular brick thing was. The young lads anyway, probably in the 20s. Should be fine. Startled me a bit. I was like, whoa, who are you? You know, sort of thing. They didn't come up to the tent. They were about 20 feet away, but still. And it's dark like this and there's no one about. Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Encounters like this can be very scary. When you're in a tent with no escape and faced with strangers, you feel completely vulnerable. Even if they seem friendly, those first moments can be terrifying. Jason tried to sleep, but couldn't shake off the fear from the encounter, making it a tough night for him. And when it was morning, he packed up and left the woods. Jenna, the creative force behind the YouTube channel Jenna Alexis, has dedicated her platform to showcasing her exciting camping adventures. Her videos are typically super relaxing and entertaining. However, things took a different turn this time when she embarked on a bushcraft camping trip in Crownland.
So I'm out here on Crownland and I'm gonna do a little bit of a bushcraft camp out today. I have my backpack with my sleeping kit and my cooking kit. I have my tarp and some pegs, and I have the forest all to myself. I brought my buddy Herb with me to keep me company. You might remember Herb from our bike tour on the Icefields Parkway. He's gonna be keeping me company while I'm out here alone in the woods. The river's definitely not frozen yet, so I'm walking over these logs to get across because there's a couple dead trees over there that I'm looking at taking down. Got a nice standing dead tree right here.
She began by working on her shelter, and once she finished, she decided to relax for the day. That was when things took an unexpected turn. A man in an SUV pulled up right beside her and stared. At first, it didn't feel creepy. She thought he was probably just another camper checking out the area, so she didn't react or capture the moment on camera before he drove off. But then, while she was enjoying the beauty of nature in her cozy shelter, the man showed up again, still staring at her before driving off once more. At this point, she began to feel uneasy. What was even more disturbing was that he returned a third time to repeat the same behavior. It was then she realized something was off about the man. Without hesitation, she decided to pack her things and leave the woods.
I'm not even taking the time to pack up nicely because I just want to get out of here. Okay, goodbye to the campsite that once almost was. I don't think I left anything. Barely got everything in my bag because I didn't like fold everything properly. I'm just trying to get out of here. I have half of my stuff in my food bag. It's gonna be okay. He's not here right now. Like, this is where he pulled out to, and he literally took a look at me and turned around and pulled out. But I know it was the same car. It was like a white SUV with a bag over the back of his window, and he turned around and I saw that same bag. So yeah, I'm fucking out of here. Even if that guy didn't mean any harm and he was just trying to camp here, I don't like when somebody knows where I'm camping when I'm by myself. Like, I want to be hidden and unseen, and I don't want some man to know that I'm alone in the woods. I'm coming back to my van. Okay. Back of the van. That was a mad dash. Luckily it's not dark out just yet, so I'm gonna head home. I don't like driving in the dark, but like, even in the van, I don't really want to sleep out here.
Her instinct was screaming that something was wrong with the man, and she trusted it by leaving. Honestly, she did the right thing by walking away. I mean, who knows what could have happened if she had spent the night there? It's better to be safe than sorry. Meet Aja, a solo female van lifer behind the YouTube channel Strange Days Diaries. She shares her life in a camper van, highlighting serene nature scenes and her creative journaling. However, one camping trip took an unexpected turn from a relaxing day to something unsettling.
All right, just made it. I love this place so much, but I like to keep it real on this channel, and I don't know what just happened, but basically I just pulled into this spot. I love it, and as I pull up to this spot, I pass by a McDonald's. It's like, I don't know, a mile away from this spot is a McDonald's, or like 2 miles. As I'm driving by the McDonald's, I like made eye contact with somebody who was pulling out of the McDonald's. I didn't mean to, but I guess I did, and I saw him just like make eye contact with me and zoom behind me and follow me. And he followed me all the way up here. And this spot, there's like it's like hard to describe. Maybe I can, oh yeah, you can kind of see it. Okay, so over there, it's like a dead end kind of thing, like with a gate. And that's where I go up there and I turn around there. so that I can park here. That's what I do every single time. And nobody else does that. And I do that. And he even follows me up there and around. And right now I parked and I saw him pull up to spec. And then he just was staring at me and I wasn't making eye contact. And then he just zoomed off. So I don't know what that was all about. It's obviously super creepy and I hated every second of it, but whatever, he's gone and maybe he knew me. I don't know. It's just so weird and creepy, but anyways, we're good. So
Aja, cautious and attuned to her surroundings, noticed the suspicious behavior of a man in a car. After he drove away, she tried to return to her routine, but something unexpected soon occurred.
So something I noticed as I'm cooking is the creepy guy in the blue car is back. So that sucks. I hope that it's nothing and that I'm just being really sensitive, but I feel like it's something. But this is the reality sometimes for me. And just people on the road, you're a lot more vulnerable, I guess. I don't know how else to put it, but I just get a bad vibe, man. And I was so looking forward to spending my day out here. And I think I still will. Like, I'm not gonna let this totally affect me, but I'm just gonna have to keep my wits about me, I think. As soon as I started rifling through my bag of stickers, I noticed the guy in the blue car who I've been talking about this whole time get out and just stare at me. He walked around the car and all of that, and it totally unnerved me. And then before I know it, I see him just drive off. So I just watched that guy who I've been talking about this whole time in the blue car. I swear to God, he's been just sitting in, it turns out it was just one guy, not two guys. But like the whole time that I was making breakfast, doing my nails, all of that, I was like checking and just monitoring him and seeing what he was doing. And he never got out once. He always sat in the car and he always had his hand up. I swear to God, he had like, he was filming me or something. I'm not sure. It was so weird. I don't know. Who freaking knows? And I kept telling myself like, it's probably nothing. It's probably nothing. But again, the gut feeling. And anyways, the entire time I'm making breakfast, chilling in the van, he was in his car. And then right now, when I got out and went to the back to get my stickers, I came back and I've been sitting in the cab for like a couple minutes. And right after I filmed that clip of me saying like what I'm gonna do with the stickers and all of that, I shut my camera off and I looked up and I saw him like open his door, and he had been in the passenger seat, which I had seen already. That's why I thought there were two people, because I noticed somebody in the passenger seat like an hour ago. Anyways, I see him right now get out of the passenger seat and walk around his car to the driver's seat. And as he was walking around the car, he's just staring at me the entire time, staring at me. He gets in the driver's seat, turns the car on and drives away. And it's just so weird that like he tailgates me in here, follows me, gives me a heavy like crazy look as he's following me, tailing me, drives by me, and I thought he goes away. Then like as I told you, he came back and he just sat in his car and he didn't leave until I got out, and like he saw me get out, because I had not gotten out of my van at all until right now when I got the stickers. And of course, now that he's seen me get out and like seen me outside of the van, that's when he leaves. And I'll be so curious to see if he comes back, but it's just so weird and unnerving, and I don't know. Anyways, these are just my honest thoughts. I wanted to share them. I feel better that he's left. I'll just keep an eye out and see if he comes back.
Aja realized she was being stalked by the man. Although she was not panicked, her unease grew as she knew someone had been watching her for hours. Trusting her instincts, she decided to cut her day short and move to a new location, unsure of what might happen if he returned. Before moving forward, do me a favor and give this video a like, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. In November 2024, a YouTuber named L uploaded a chilling video documenting his solo camping adventure on his channel, L Adventure. The channel focuses on paranormal investigations and urban exploration, often placing him in risky situations to capture evidence of supernatural phenomena. However, in this particular video, he decided to take a different approach. He ventured into a remote forest path that connects two villages, a shortcut that locals tend to avoid after dark for an overnight camping adventure. Little did he know this decision would soon lead to regrets he could never have anticipated.
Melintas, kaget, dan dilaleki pas tikungan lunyu guys, Masya Allah. Mosok jam 6:30 guys baru. Tadi itu sudah halu saya. Mungkin karena saya itu tadi itu tersugesti dengan cerita-cerita warga ya yang tadi siang itu saya temui teman-teman. Jadi ceritanya begini guys. Salam sih ya guys, jangan nggak dibully OL Adventure ngomong orang salam sih, oke? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera buat Sobat L dimanapun kalian berada. Semoga hari ini kita semua diberikan kesehatan, keselamatan, dan selalu dilimpahkan rezekinya. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Malam ini kita gas camping lagi guys, karena saya dapat informasi yang A1 ini teman-teman. Informasi baru, informasi yang masih grass, dan juga yang memberikan informasi itu orangnya bisa dipertanggungjawabkan. Sepertinya orang akan ngapusi guys.
As El recounted the history of the forest and shared his journey, an unusual occurrence slipped past his notice. A white figure moved silently behind his tent, perfectly timed with the gentle sound of a woman humming. Though his camera captured this eerie presence, El remained completely oblivious to it. Instead of acknowledging anything supernatural, he shrugged off the sounds, assuming they were coming from the nearby village, and carried on with his narration. However, the terror of the night was far from over.
Posisi ini, misalkan kalian lewat sini, terus di tengah jalan itu ada orang melaku, ada orang melintas, orang astagfirullah, Allah bapak, kaget aku. Apa guys, godong ya guys? Godong jati kayak guys.
Despite the clear signs that something was present, El didn't think to investigate the source of these disturbances. He continued his story and eventually decided to rest for the night, and that was when his camping experience took a terrifying turn.
Saya itu dari tadi dengar suara seperti orang ngobrol gitu teman-teman. Makanya saya tadi langsung bangun, takutnya itu orang. Soalnya barang-barang saya itu di luar semua guys.
The entity returned with eerie laughter. Disturbed by the noise, El decided to look for its source, but he couldn't find anything to explain it. Trying to make sense of what he heard, he thought it might be someone with a mental illness wandering in the forest. What made the situation particularly unsettling was that, although he clearly heard the sounds, he didn't feel the usual fear he felt during other paranormal encounters. The figure caught on camera, along with a disembodied voice, aligns with local legends about a woman who haunts the forest. Could this be the spirit that locals have encountered for generations? Or is there another explanation for these strange events? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In September 2024, Megan uploaded a chilling video to her YouTube channel, Megan Pagey. Known for her lifestyle content and travel updates, this particular video recounted a terrifying camping encounter leaving viewers on edge.
Psychiatric hospital. And I think I've been out for 5 days. It was safe there. When I got home from the psychiatric facility, there were cockroaches in my bed. Can you believe that? So that's why I'm in Humboldt. That's why I'm back in Humboldt. I'm staying at my dad's again, and it's really bad. Every day we've been scream fighting. And then I come to the woods for like 4 hours and decompress. And then I go back home, and then he acts like nothing happens. Like a true narcissist. Like the true narcissist here. Okay, well you scared me.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Scared you didn't want to walk by and eat the stairs.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm a sweetheart. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm
You're
sorry.
probably more dangerous than me. You're probably more evil than me. Look at your hair the same. You're wrong. Little stoner.
Okay, that was terrible.
The man's intentions toward Megan were unclear, but his behavior was concerning as he approached her with a broken bottle. Trusting her instincts, Megan left the area quickly and was fortunately not followed, making it out of the woods safely.
Fuck. I'm shaking. That was scary. Thought I was just about to get killed. He said that I looked evil. I can't even enjoy the woods because of tweakers. Like, look how beautiful it is here. I love Humboldt, but the tweakers, it was coming right at me. And so obviously I'm gonna be scared. And then he's like, you're probably more scary than me. Your dark hair and your veins. Like, sir, I'm just a cute stoner trying to smoke my weed in the...
Her quick thinking likely prevented the situation from escalating any further. While the man's true intentions remain unknown, Megan's experience serves as a reminder of the importance of staying vigilant, even in places that seem peaceful and safe. Meet Chris, the face behind the Blute Outdoor Show, a YouTube channel showcasing various outdoor activities from camping and hiking to lighthearted adventures. Typically, Chris's escapades provide a laid-back escape into nature. However, on October 10th, 2023, things took an unexpected turn when he teamed up with a friend for an adventurous camping trip at Chillingham Castle, nestled in Northumberland, England, a place known as the most haunted castle in the UK.
Here, I've got the human dorsal fin joining me on this camp. Looking forward to this one, Nick? Oh, yes. We're currently in the grounds of Chillingham Castle, which is supposed to be the most haunted castle in the whole of Great Britain. We're not going to try anything daft, you know. We're not going to be dressing up. I'm not going to be putting no white sheets over the top of Mick and trying to trick you guys. And to be honest, I'm very skeptical about things like ghosts and stuff like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a mooch around. We haven't got the bags on yet. We've left them in the old Jean-Claude Van Sexual. We're going to have a walk around the castle, you know, because it's supposed to be a beautiful thing to see. We don't want to get the bags on now too quick because we haven't got a clue where we're going to camp. So we're being cute. We're going to walk around, find a decent spot, get some footage of the castle for you legends to look at, and then we'll sneak back to the old Van Dingo and hopefully we can get pitched up somewhere in the grounds of Chillingham Castle. Obviously, you're not supposed to be camping here, and there's a massive chance we'll get moved on. If we get seen, we'll...
After searching for the perfect camping spot, they decided to wait until nightfall to set up their tent, knowing security might kick them out if discovered. Once darkness fell, they settled in, joked, enjoyed snacks, and talked about the castle's haunted past. However, just as they began to relax, the scenario they feared started to unfold.
Oh, fuck. We're fucked, mate. We're fucked. Shit. We're fucked. We're caught. Bastard cunt.
I don't know that you should be here. Have you got permission? I'm conducting a ghost tour here. Have you got permission to be here?
Whoa.
Have you got permission to be here?
Aye, we've got permission, mate.
From who?
The owner.
Have you?
Aye.
Well, I'll be speaking with a caretaker just to make sure. I'm conducting a ghost tour here, so if I can tell you to keep any noise down.
Listen, mate.
What's that?
Look, we need bother, right? We've had a few drinks, so we wouldn't be able to drive home anyway, if you know what I mean.
Right. Well, I've still got to report you being
listen,
on the
mate.
premises.
There's no point doing that.
Oh, I think there is.
There's not. We need bother. We're not causing any trouble.
Well, I've got to make them aware.
Listen.
That's fine. No.
We'll be gone first thing in the morning.
Surprisingly, the guard agreed to let them stay on the condition that there would be no open flames and they would show full respect for the castle grounds. Grateful, Chris and his friends agreed without hesitation. The rest of the evening felt like magic as they enjoyed the serenity of nature. However, just as they were about to call it a day, something strange happened.
We're back in the tent now. I've got to be honest, there's been nothing spooky happen tonight. It's been a nice, chilled out camp. What the fuck's that? Sorry, guys.
What the fuck is that?
There's definitely something going on outside the tent.
What the fuck is that?
Fucking hell.
I'll put this bad up there.
Calm. Stay still, stay still, stay still. It stopped. It stopped. There was definitely some footsteps or something out there, Mandingos. I don't know if you heard that. The camera probably didn't pick it up, so you probably think we're full of shit. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna press stop on the record, and I'll bring you back soon. I'm busting for a slash Gordon anyway, so I'm gonna go outside and I'll check it out. Did you hear that?
Right.
It was like footsteps, and then it got faster, but then as we started like talking, it just stopped. I'm gonna get some sleep now. It's very late, it's after midnight. It's been a great night, apart from getting caught. But, you know, it's been, the fuck's that?
What the fuck's that?
Hold on.
What the fuck's that?
Just hang tight, hang tight. Fuck.
What?
Wait. Quiet. Oh yeah, no, we're not gone. We'll have to stay. Oh, what the hell was that? What was that?
What the fuck?
Right.
Chris, who had always dismissed ghost stories with laughter, found himself admitting that it was the first time in his life he had ever experienced real fear while camping. Despite the anxiety, they chose to remain in their tent, eventually managing to drift off to sleep as they braced themselves for any further disturbances. When dawn finally broke, they wasted no time in packing up their belongings and leaving the premises. As they hiked back toward their car, they couldn't shake off the feeling that they weren't alone in the woods during the night. While some might argue that their minds were just playing tricks on them, the evidence was undeniable. Whether it was something paranormal, a hidden watcher lurking in the trees, or something else entirely, one thing was certain. This was a camping experience they would never forget. Hannah runs the YouTube channel Dr. Hannah Straight, where she shares her van life adventures and outdoor explorations. Her videos highlight nature's beauty, but her trips can also take unexpected and scary turns.
Well, it's been about 3 hours and I haven't seen or heard anything, but I'm gonna keep waiting. Still waiting around, haven't seen or heard anything. It's getting kind of late. Did you see that thing? I wonder if the outside camera got it.
At first glance, the scene appeared utterly empty, as if nature had cloaked its secrets in silence. But upon peering into the shadows, a creature emerged from hiding, stealthily making its way through the thicket of the woods. What that creature was remains a mystery, although many believe it was Bigfoot. What do you think?
That smell was fading, but now it's back.
Yeah, it's back again. I was just gonna say that.
Right?
Yeah.
It smells weird. I don't know.
Homicide.
Okay. So somebody was murdered here.
The hell?
Come on, for real.
What was that?
Camping is meant to be peaceful, but some trips turn into nightmares. These are the scariest moments caught on camera. Moments that will make you think twice before stepping into the woods. On September 14th, 2020, camping alone in the English woods seemed like a perfect escape for him. The night started peacefully. He set up his second-hand tent, cooked dinner on his twig stove, and enjoyed the calm of the forest. But everything changed at 3 a.m. Everything is about to be his worst nightmare.
Inside the tent, and there's something that I've realised what I didn't when I first set the tent up. There's some holes. I've got 1, 2, 3 holes here in the top of the tent, and if it does rain, well, that's.
He was shaken awake by the sound of footsteps crunching the dry leaves around his tent. At first, he thought it might be a wild animal, but the movements were slow and uncomfortably close. Then came the obvious pulling at his tie-out points, as if someone or something was testing the tent's structure.
I don't know if it's going to be a long-term fix, but at least for tonight, it'll be alright, I think. There we go. Give the tent a good rub. There we go. I'm just going to have a quick look over, see if there's any more that I do need to cover up before I decide to get into my sleeping bag. You see, that's the problem with buying second-hand tents. You just don't really know what condition they're in until you get hold of them. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed. It's only 3 little holes, but it's temporarily sorted at the moment anyway. Temporarily sorted. Yeah, I couldn't see no more. I think I'm going to have to sort this tent out properly if I want to use it a lot more on the channel. Right, I'm going to get myself sorted out. I'll bring you back in a bit. Just being woken by something seemed to be walking around my tent a bit. And it's woke Dan up as well, because Dan's just messaged me. You know, the guy lines that you pull out, something I felt, no, not, I don't know, it's just, it woke me up so quick. Raining as well. It just seemed like something just bumped into the tent, and then it was like, sort of like walking around a little bit. Now if I were by myself, I'd be a little bit more nervous, let's say. I get there's wildlife and things like that.
He sat frozen, barely breathing, listening to the footsteps. The eerie silence of the woods was making everything way more scarier. Moments later, there was a loud thud against the tent, as though a heavy hand had slapped the fabric. His phone lit up with a message from his friend, but the signal was too weak to send for help.
No. I don't know. See, there it is again.
Determined to stay calm, he whispered that it was just the wind or an animal. But deep down, he knew it wasn't. The footsteps continued to circle, slowly. He held his sleeping bag tightly, praying for it to stop.
Channel. Right, I'm gonna get myself sorted out. I'll bring you back in a bit. Just been walking by something seemed to be walking around my tent a bit. And it's watered Dan up as well, because Dan's just messaged me. You know, the guy lines that you pull out, something I felt, no, not, I don't know, it's just, it woke me up so quick. Raining as well. It just seemed like something just bumped into the tent, and then it was like, sort of like walking around a little bit. Now if I were by myself, I'd be...
Morning eventually came, with a little rain. Whatever had haunted him that night was gone. Packing up his gear, he told himself it must have been wildlife or someone lost in the woods, but as he looked at the damp ground outside his tent, there were no footprints, just the eerie memory of the night before.
People, I don't know what was going on last night outside his tents. But I'm just going to try to forget about it, to be truthful. I'm alive, it was not bad, take it. I don't know, could have just been somebody walking around trying not to disturb us, something like, I don't know, something like that. This tent needs a lot of work to it. The zip's broke now on the door. It's just, it don't feel like it's waterproof, so I'm gonna have to sort the zip out and then really look after it, give it a fab seal, reseal all the seams on the inside. If I want to use it more, I'm gonna have to take care of it.
What had walked around his tent? He'd never know. With this eerie footage coming to an end, let's move on to our next disturbing camping encounter. On December 29th, 2024, it was the scariest night of their lives while camping in the haunted forest. Angelo and Frank set out for a camping adventure in the haunted woods. Armed with cameras and determination, they weren't ready to face the chilling encounters waiting for them.
That smell was fading, but now it's back.
Yeah, it's back again. I was just gonna say that.
Right?
Yeah.
It smells weird. I don't know.
Homicide.
Okay. So somebody was murdered here.
The hell? What the hell was that?
Something's coming. That sounds really big. Okay, there's definitely something moving back there.
Okay. Whoa, wait. The hell is that? The hell is that? Who is that? Hello?
Okay, that was a flashlight. Nope. No, thank you.
As they approached a quiet river, an unbearable smell filled the air like sulfur and poop, as Angelo claimed. The eerie scent kept increasing throughout their exploration, but something way more disturbing was about to happen.
I don't know what the hell that smell is.
It's not enjoyable, that's for sure.
No, I'm trying to figure it out. It kind of smells like somewhere between poop and sulfur.
Yeah, a little
right? Like not quite sulfuric, but also not quite poopy. It's like somewhere, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like somewhere in between. So we're back at this river that we have not been to in quite some time. And we kind of had to come and investigate because something weird kind of happened. Apart from, you know, the times that we came here, obviously, which was a long time ago, and we found some weird stuff over here. And couldn't really explain it, but that was a long time ago. So we haven't been here since. By the way, I do have Frank with me right now. He's manning the camera.
Hello.
And basically, we have some friends. They came here to fish. So
By the bridge, Frank reported a figure flashing a light. Angelo had noticed the same, but on the opposite side of the river earlier. They had a horrifying realization. There wasn't just one figure, but two, stalking them from both directions.
Down that way. Bit of a fun fact. If I'm not wrong, these are goldenrod flowers. The hell? What the hell was that? Okay. If I'm not wrong, that tree was just shaking. What the? Okay, we're gonna keep going this. Whoa. Hello? Somebody there? Okay. Okay. Whoa, wait. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Who is that? Hello? I'm not sure I want to go that way now. I am not sure. Okay, we are going to go back. I'd rather be with Ange and have somebody with me. Go.
1, 2. Oh, there we go.
Is it on?
Two streams. Two simultaneous streams. Okay. So,
what happened to you?
There was like somebody out there like flashing a light or something.
Shut up.
Like multiple times. It almost looked like they were taking a picture.
Dude, I just went through that down there. That's why I'm facing that way with the flashlight right now. By the bridge.
Really?
Yeah, same thing. They were like, they kept coming closer. I kept backing off. I kept asking them, you know.
They stayed down there though?
I mean, I've got to here and kind of just been facing that way just to make sure nobody's coming up my back. That's why I kind of got startled when you were walking this way. But there's definitely somebody down there by the bridge. 100% there's somebody. That same thing. Like, they were flashing. They were.
I wouldn't have made much of it if it was just like one dude down off in my direction. But the fact that there's somebody else doing the exact same thing down in that direction 100%, is really weird.
100% down in that direction.
I mean, what if we like...
Do you want to go back and see if...
I mean, we can check.
With every step, the forest seemed alive. Angelo's flashlight caught rustling bushes, and Frank heard faint whistles as if someone were guiding them into a trap. A glowing light appeared near the quarry ahead that was unnatural. As they approached, it suddenly disappeared into the trees, leaving them regretting their choices.
Two people on either side doing something.
Which would make sense why whoever you said came fishing or whatever heard it one side and then the other side. Maybe it was just... Maybe these people are communicating to each other just to like screw around with people.
Maybe?
I don't know.
Possible.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like something really, really weird is going on.
I just don't want to end up in the river floating with the fishes.
I feel that. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Okay. All right. So we are currently in a field, as you can see. Very tall, grassy field, probably full of ticks. And remember, guys, ticks are dicks.
Yeah, don't take them off.
Yeah, really don't take them off. So basically what we're doing out here at the moment is we're heading to a quarry. So apparently there's like a driveway somewhere down there, and that'll basically lead us right into this abandoned quarry. And Frank was here with a few people one night, and you saw something in the sky. 16
different lights just moving in weird movements and stopping. Like there was no explanation for these movements.
That literally makes no sense.
Yeah, like some of them were even going like diagonal, and it was weird.
Yeah.
It was really, really weird and cool at the same time. But none of us dummies at the time, because we were all just baffled, took out our camera to record this. So let's hope that tonight we catch something. Yeah. This
Either
would be
way,
great.
it's an adventure nonetheless.
Yeah,
so.
it's gonna be a fun little walk.
Yeah. Here, hold that. So, yeah, we're gonna hike on in there.
Things escalated when strange movements were spotted in the clouds. Lights darted in irregular patterns, making loops and sharp turns. Then came a loud splash in the water. They froze in fear while observing the area. There were no fish here, so what could have caused it? The smell of sulfur returned, more pungent than before.
Clouds are moving?
I mean, if that doesn't look like it's moving to your eyes,
I mean, it does.
Then I might be seeing things.
I'm trying to debunk this. I don't even know what the fuck
like
I'm
now it looks
seeing
like it's
right
going
now.
down versus to the side.
Yeah. Can you hear this for a second?
Yeah.
That's weird as fuck.
Okay, I'm glad we're out here and something's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, down there through the clouds. You see the lights going through the clouds?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but
Well,
oh yeah, you actually can.
If these are in fact UFOs, then it's kind of cool that for once somebody actually caught it on good quality.
Yeah, it's not all blurred out.
It's not all like some bullshit, right? Here, let me set this back to auto. So with auto, that's pretty much all you're getting. But yeah, change it. I don't know. I mean, they could just be stars, because I could see them like really clear in the screen.
Are they moving at all by any?
That's hard to tell. Doesn't look like it. I think those are actually just stars. But whatever we were seeing in this area is gone now. I mean, we'll wait a little bit and see if it shows back up. But yeah, that was kind of strange.
Jumped in the water.
Something jumped in the water?
Mm-hmm.
It's getting a little strange.
On their way back, Angelo claimed that they could have walked kilometres, but the end felt further away. Even the camera batteries ended mysteriously fast, leaving them feeling vulnerable to whatever creature was present there. By dawn, they made it back, shaken with fear, but alive.
Cool to share. But yeah, we'll get to that as we kind of get a little closer to our end zone, I guess. Well, we made part of the trek back, about 40 paces or so. I'm just gonna always say it like that.
So clear in the
sky. But yeah, the
right
sky
now.
like really cleared up, so we're still keeping an eye out. I mean, we got a good like kilometer and a half to get out of here anyways. So one of the things I wanted to mention.
The video ended with a warning that this place didn't want them there. If you're brave enough, come carefully. With that being said, let's move on to our next piece of footage. On July 28th, 2022, in the Arizona woods, Doug and Glenna headed to the Coconino National Forest for a quiet weekend of dispersed camping. Their campsite was far off the actual path, on the side of a dead-end forest road, surrounded by the stillness of the woods, and as creepy as it sounds.
We moved campsites.
So really, was absolutely no reason for someone to come from there.
And at the time we were like, maybe it was an animal.
You know, our goal is to be somewhere where we don't see people.
And then all of a sudden we just hear like distant music that keeps getting closer and closer. To me it sounded like somebody playing music from their phone.
Yeah, phone or like a personal speaker. We already had hiked down that road to do the geocache, and there was, no campsites, no people, and the road just dead ends. Well, it's Saturday morning here in Coconino National Forest. We got up here last night, but it was in the dark, and we are maybe 4 or 5 miles back on some forest roads, and found a quick spot to pull in. We may...
After a big storm, they relocated to a new campsite and settled in for dinner. As the darkness crept in, the dog suddenly growled. A deep, serious growl directed at something in the shadows.
Decided to move camp last night. We got to our new site around 9, right around dusk, right after the big storm kind of blew over. We were finishing up eating dinner and just sitting inside the camper, and the dogs kind of were looking outside and growled at, like their mean growl at something. And at the time we were like, maybe it was an animal. We didn't see anything.
Moments later, faint music drifted through the trees. It seemed distant at first, like someone playing music on a phone or speaker, but no one else was supposed to be there. The sound came closer, then stopped abruptly, only to start again, even closer this time.
Kind of hard to see. And then not too long after, Doug was just outside and we heard music playing in the distance, and we thought it was really odd because there's no other campsites around us. We didn't see anybody come down our road, and it was just strange. And then we kept hearing the music kind of getting closer, like it was walking to the side of us, but like closer. I don't know. It was weird. We got sketched out, so we moved, and now we're here, and it's really pretty. The dogs are running. The other thing about the music was you would hear it, and then it would stop, and it was like someone, to me it sounded like somebody playing music from their phone.
Yeah, phone or like a personal speaker.
The couple scanned the area but saw nothing. The forest was pitch black, with no signs of a flashlight or other campers. Their unease grew as the pattern continued, music playing for a few seconds, then silence, then closer again.
And it was like butt rock or country music playing. And it would play for like maybe 40 seconds, and then it would stop. And the next time it would play, it would sound like it was closer, and then it would stop again. Like it was just weird. Like the first time we heard it, we thought maybe somebody was singing really loud, like further away. But then when we started hearing it get closer, we were just like, that's weird, because there shouldn't be anybody else by us. And then the dogs barking and growling into the dark abyss, kind of.
Doug and Glenna decided they couldn't stay any longer. They packed up quickly and left the eerie site behind. The experience still haunts their minds. Who or what had been walking near their camp in the dark without a light, guided only by strange, haunting music? Let's move on to our next disturbing encounter. On March 26th, 2022, there were creepy sounds in the woods that turned into a camping nightmare. That night, the woods were silent except for the occasional rustle of leaves. It was supposed to be a peaceful solo camping trip, but everything changed after dark.
Silver birch. All that. Oh, look at her. All snuggled up. Don't think you're sleeping on that sleeping bag, mate. That's mine. Now we're just going to chill out for a bit. Maybe listen to some music. Oh, that's it.
Around 12:30 a.m., he started hearing strange noises around the campsite. It sounded like something, or someone, was moving just around the firelight. Each step was very obvious, but no figure could be seen. The only light came from the lit campfire and the small torch in hand, which barely made it possible to see in the darkness.
Low. Medium. High. And then you hold your finger on it for turbo. Not bad, that, is it, for a tenner? I'll just keep it hooked on me knife. Just thought we'd come out for a little bit of a wander in the dark. No, can't see out. Hold on. Pitch black. Oh, sorry. Gonna see if there's. I had some kids earlier just running about, messing about. So if I find them, I'm gonna put me my little blue lights on. Do this. Walk through woods going woo 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 woo. Come on, mate. Right then.
The noises grew louder. A sound resembling heavy breathing or low growls echoed from the trees. The thought of foxes came to his mind, but these sounds were deeper, more horrifying than just an animal. As the fire dimmed, the tent seemed to tremble as if something brushed against it. Looking out, nothing moved. There were only shadows of big trees.
I think that's about enough excitement for one night. What do you think? It's bedtime. Unless all happens during night, I'll see you in the morning.
By morning, the woods were calm, but the experience left an unease that couldn't be shaken. Were the sounds just animals, or was something else wandering in the darkness, unseen? With that being said, let's move on to our next piece of footage. On January 22nd, 2022, a YouTuber with the channel name 401 Files, alone in the middle of nowhere, was setting up his bivvy bag when things started going wrong. Little did he know, it was just the start of his worst nightmare.
I've had the worst 3.
All of a sudden, he realized his phone was missing. He was panicked as he retraced his steps for miles, searching in the cold. He finally found it, but the battery was completely dead. Seems like someone had used it for quite a while. Using a small solar charger, he got just enough power to keep it on, but the eerie feeling stayed.
I was sat on the log drinking a coffee, talking about how I was going to find somewhere to throw down the bivvy tent or the bivvy bag. I put my phone in my pocket, I got up off the log and I walked about 1.5 miles approximately to a location that I found. I went to pull my phone out of my pocket to tell you guys that I'd found somewhere for the night. No phone. No phone. My heart sank, obviously, and I panicked. Big. Like I really did panic bad. I raced back with my kit on my back to the log where I'd been sat previously, hoping that the phone would just be laid down the side of the log somewhere, falling out of my pocket as I stood up. The phone wasn't near the log. I spent most of my time, a good 14 minutes, trying to convince myself that it's got to be near that log, it's got to be near the log. And it wasn't. It was a little bit away from the log, and I found it in the end, retracing my footsteps, but I wasted so much time. And then when I got my phone...
By almost midnight, eerie noises started coming from the woods. They were coming from all around, creaking trees, distant tapping, and strange rustling. His hands were too frozen to work quickly. Setting up the bivvy was a nightmare for him now.
The hope that I had was that on this light, there is a solar panel charger for an iPhone or any phone that will connect. And so I've managed to scrape a little bit of battery life out of that solar power, solar battery panel, whatever you call it, up to about 13% battery. The noises now in this woods where I am, guys, are absolutely all around me. And I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't terrified right now. I could hike back to the car, I guess that is an option, but it would mean crossing that river again in the night, walking through the woods in the night. It seems more scary in my mind right now to move around than it does just to throw the bivvy bag down where I'm standing. So I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw the bivvy bag down and try and just weather this one out until the morning. I don't think I'm going to get any sleep at all. This couldn't...
He climbed inside the cramped bivvy bag, feeling trapped and vulnerable. The noises continued with soft taps and occasional howling winds that seemed closer than they should have. He was too scared to sleep, clutching the flashlight, finger hovering over the button to turn it on in an instant.
This couldn't have worked out any worse. Any worse. I suppose the positives to take from this is that this thing has the little solar-powered charger and the fact that I found my phone, but I'm in panic mode now, and I just know that I'm talking a lot of crap to the camera. I know that I'm probably mincing my words. My fingers are freezing, my phone in my hand is not steady, but you're gonna have to forgive me, guys. I just want to get this bivvy up. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get the bivvy up. Where's my other clip? Come on. Ouch. Where the hell?
The night dragged on, every second feeling like a minute. The isolation, the dark, and the stories of strange creatures seen in these woods played tricks on his mind. He couldn't shake the thought. What if those stories about Dogman were true?
I am logical in the way that I think, but it's very difficult to think straight when you know all the things that have come from this place, all the stories of really bizarre, weird things that even I struggle to believe sometimes, like dogmen sightings. Everything that you've ever doubted, when you're here, you can somehow reason in your own head, well, it might be true. Well, actually, that makes sense. Yeah, that could exist. You know, when you're at home, in the safety of your own home, you might laugh that off and say, no, dogmen aren't real, they don't exist. But when you throw yourself in the location where people are seeing these things, or reportedly seeing these things, your brain will find reasons to make you think that, actually, they could exist. And that's always the worst thing about...
By morning, he was exhausted and regretted his choice of camping there. Camping in such a place alone wasn't worth the fear and anxiety. This wasn't adventure. It was more of a survival. Moving on to our next creepy footage. On April 19th, 2020, in Sun River Forest, a YouTuber named Noah set off on a camping trip. He thought it would be safe. A quiet night off a deserted road near Sun River, deep in the woods, where no one would find him. But he wasn't right about it.
I was originally not gonna make this video just because I don't really have my setup or anything yet. But a few days ago I was camping in Sun River, and what I thought would be a good location.
But as soon as the sun set, he awoke to faint sounds around his truck. Soft footsteps brushing against the gravel. At first, he thought it was just an animal. Then he heard something scrape along the metal of his truck, slowly yet sharply.
Walking around for like 20 minutes already. My gun's in my cab though. I don't really know what to do. I'm a little freaked out right now, and it's like pitch black outside, probably like 2 in the morning, and he just keeps walking around, and he's like really close to my truck. I've never been this scared, and like this doesn't make any sense because I parked somewhere where you couldn't see, no one was on that road. Wait, he's touching my truck. He's literally touching my truck. How am I supposed to get him away? He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I've never been this scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now.
He dared to look out, only to see a shadowy figure, inches from his window, running a finger along the glass, peeking in as if keeping an eye on him. He held his breath, too afraid to move, as the figure kept moving around, scratching and dragging fingers down the sides. He knew it was not going to leave him alone at night.
I wish I brought my gun back here. He keeps walking around. I don't get it. I'm like, how is he not have noticed? Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna try to see if he goes away eventually. We'll see. He's literally peeking through the door right now. I've never been this scared ever. So, the current time is 2:30 in the morning right now. He's still walking around my truck. I'm gonna try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. So he runs away. There he is. Oh my god.
Morning light revealed the scary proof, smeared handprints, long scratches and deep marks around the doors where it had tried to get in. Whatever, or whoever it was, they hadn't just found him, they had tried to reach him.
So I'm back home, this is the day after. He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these marks. I didn't even notice until I got home. Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Well, looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around. That's new. Don't know how that got there. More handprints trying to get in my truck. At least the back canopy was locked, but yeah, that was the result. So that was probably the scariest camping experience I've probably ever had in my entire life.
What was it? Why was it trying to get in the car? It's hard for humans to make marks like that with their bare hands, so was it some paranormal creature? With these questions still in our minds, let's move on to our 7th piece of footage. On October 31st, 2022, this man, along with his friend, decided to stealth camp in Box Hill, UK. He parked his stealth camper in the secluded car park near Box Hill, Surrey. The night began peacefully with warm food and quiet countryside views, but he was alone for the night. And then, almost around midnight, the calm shattered. Strange noises echoed from the woods.
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight. There are people about 100 meters away, blazing music out. At least some good songs anyway. And some people screaming. Wish me luck, everybody.
A mix of faint whispers and rustling, impossible to trace. Alone in the dark, every sound felt heavier, more deliberate. He tried to sleep, but the sounds kept terrifying him. It felt like something or someone was watching. At one moment, he froze, swearing he saw a figure in the trees. Everything got more horrifying when he heard a soft tapping on the van's windows, though no one was outside. The rest of the night was spent locked in. He was regretting his choice of coming to this camp at this point.
Oh, we're all up. Morning, guys. You probably wouldn't believe that it is actually 7:30 and it's pitch black outside. Decided to get the gas stove warmed up just to take the chill out the air and get a bit warmer because it's freezing. Right now it's 1 degree.
Morning light brought relief, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something sinister had joined him in the woods. Moving on to number 8 of our disturbing camping encounters. On March 9th, 2023, she was living her dream of spending a night in a van alone. Living in a van is an adventure, but some nights it feels more like a nightmare. That night in Columbia, South Carolina, she struggled to find a safe spot to park. After hours of searching and calling hotels with no luck, she ended up at a Hilton Garden parking lot. But was that a safe place for her?
I saw this Denny's that's open 24 hours, but then I noticed this Hilton Garden behind it. I don't know what the ratings are, but listen, I'm tired, so pretty sure I'm just gonna park there and leave Cracker Barrel for another night. And this Hilton Garden has plenty of parking, so it's about to go down. Also, there's another van, so that's kind of comforting.
It was around 10:15 p.m. when she parked, exhausted from driving. The parking lot was quiet, but she noticed security patrolling. She prepared to sleep, but stayed awake for a while, listening and watching. That's when it happened. A loud knock on her van door. What was it?
Okay, so even though I'm really tired, I usually stay up for a few minutes and just kind of listen to my surroundings and kind of peek out the windows, coverings like I just did 1 or 2 more times, just to like make sure that there's no one walking around or security rolling up on me or whatever. And then I go to sleep. Everything's locked up and I'm ready for bed, but that's what I'll be doing for at least 1 or 2, 5 more minutes. Good night. Somebody's knocking.
She froze. It had been just 5 minutes since she turned out the lights. Her heart raced as she peeked out to see a man in a security uniform. She rolled down the window and he told her parking overnight wasn't allowed. Not wanting to argue, she packed up and left.
Just a second. Hi.
Hey, you have a room?
I just pulled over just to go to the bathroom back here. I'm leaving.
Okay.
The knock shook her. It felt like someone pounding on her home's door in the dead of night. Her nerves were on edge, and she was too tired to think clearly. Eventually, she found a spot at a quality inn, and despite its bad reviews, it was quiet.
In hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of hotel parking lots that I ever got the knock, and I hadn't even fallen asleep. I had just, like I said, just sat there and listened for a few minutes. It hadn't even been 5 minutes since I turned off the camera when I heard that knock. Now, normally, if it was like, I don't know, if it was in the middle of the night, I would probably not have answered because of safety and because they wouldn't have known that I was in there. But since they saw me pull up and park, then they were like, bro, no. That's the car that was parked behind me. So when I pulled up and turned and parked, that car was parked there with their lights on. But it's a regular car. It wasn't like a security car. So it looked like two dudes, which I couldn't really see, but it looked like two dudes in that car, in that regular car. So I thought it was just like people staying at the hotel. But that's interesting that they have security officers in their uniform, but in regular cars. Quick editing note, the reason I immediately...
The next morning, she woke up safe, but the fear from that knock stayed with her. Van life may be free-spirited, but nights like that remind her it's not for the faint of heart. With that being said, let's move on to our next disturbing camping encounter. On September 15th, 2022, CJ Faison went for a paranormal investigation at Burnt Bridge. CJ Faison and Chris Baird spent a tense night investigating the infamous Burnt Bridge, known for its eerie paranormal activity. Around midnight, something chilling happened. While attempting to settle inside their van, the quiet was broken by the sound of the van shaking.
Come on, for real.
What was that? No. What's that? I don't want to see anything. It sounds like someone's like touching the outside of the van, right?
Sounds like they're like grabbing the handle. This is not how.
Shut the fuck up. I feel safer with my hood up too.
It felt like unseen hands were shaking it from side to side. Both men froze in fear, hesitant to check outside, convinced that something was trying to get in.
You know what is? I'm doing the back windows too.
Can you do the front one while you're up there?
Oh yeah, oh damn.
Hanging.
Putting them all up. Oh man, I feel like slightly safer, and I'm glad that you're at the front door.
You'll have to jump over me.
Because whatever demon comes in here. If there's any demons, we welcome you inside the van.
No, we do not.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We summon you right now.
Go touch the bald guy. He wants a succubus to join him tonight in bed. I'm not looking at you, I swear. I'm sleeping.
Please don't look at me. Please don't look at me.
Later, CJ stood on the bridge, calling out to any spirits. Suddenly, the atmosphere grew thick, and distant sounds of movement echoed. Something unseen felt dangerously close. Someone was at that bridge. CJ hurried back to the van, only for the banging on the windows to start again.
Actual shadow figure crossing from right to left.
Did you really?
I swear.
When?
Dude, I swear. This was probably 2 years ago.
Okay.
I'll roll that clip right now.
Whoa, 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 what the? You! Hey, dude, hey!
Could be my eyes, but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw.
For everybody listening in right now, I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing
I think
it.
we get some more light.
I'm going no flashlight.
The best I can do.
But I feel compelled to walk down here for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I can barely see him. I can't even see him with my eyes, so. This is so stupid. He's so far away right now, too.
Alright, I'm standing right here on the middle of the bridge.
I can't see him. I have no idea where he is right now. You can just see the road markers.
If there's any spirits, good or evil,
Exactly right there.
I want you to come and join us tonight while we sleep. Watch us, scare us, show us how powerful you really are.
Me! What was that?
Okay. The source was invisible, yet the noise was never ending. Something sinister was trying to get them out of that place.
Oh, it's not the van.
Right now. I'm getting to the floor, is what I'm doing. Come on, man. There's got to be somebody out there with us. There's got to be somebody, right?
You want to go out there and look? Because I don't.
No, I'm on the floor. I'm not getting up until the morning, Chris.
What do I do with the camera?
By morning, both of them were shaken but unharmed. They left with a deeper respect for Burnt Bridge and the sinister forces that call it home. With that being said, let's move on to our next horrifying camping encounter. On May 1st, 2023, it was a night of terror in Arizona's high country. He was camping alone in Arizona's quiet forests when a woman's scream broke the silence of the woods. Thinking someone might need help, he stepped out of his RV, but before he could look around, gunshots rang out.
Do you need help?
He rushed back inside, locking the door. Moments later, heavy footsteps circled the RV. Then came the worst sound, the door being forced open. He hid, barely breathing as the intruder moved through the RV.
I just heard the bay door open. But the alarm went off and I think it scared him off.
That night, the forest's calm turned into a haunting memory he would never forget. Whether it's strange noises, eerie figures, or unexplainable events, the wilderness can hold secrets that leave even the bravest shaken. Each story serves as a chilling reminder to respect the unknown and be prepared for anything when venturing into the great outdoors. Sometimes, the scariest part of camping isn't the wild animals. It's what you can't see or explain.
Got in bed, fallen asleep. Next thing, banging above me.
Ja, das ist. Так я уже это всю флешку снимал.
Those are just a few of the many reasons why you should always stay in your tent, starting with the case of these men. In 2014, 3 construction workers were unwinding on an island with their dog when a bear cub suddenly showed up. The dog began playing with the cub, and the men assumed it was harmless. so they decided to film the interaction. However, what they didn't realize was that danger was closer than they thought.
Мы победим сейчас.
Сейчас она ему поймает.
Сейчас она сзади него вошла. Угорел на них, куда полетел нахуй. Вот, это уже не пуля. Нет места. Вот, так я уже эту всю флешку снимал. Ничего себе.
The mother bear was close by, and when the dog approached, she charged at them. Tragically, neither the workers nor the dog made it out alive. Craig, the YouTuber behind the channel, No Egg Craig, usually shares cooking videos, but in October 2020, he made a significant mistake by going on a solo camping trip near Spruce Pond.
Hello? Is anyone there? Someone there? It's really weird.
Strange sounds echoed from the woods, initially dismissing them as typical noises. Craig felt a growing unease as the sounds escalated throughout the night.
Who's there? Hello? Someone there?
Okay. That's not.
What? Just... What the?
Craig spotted a man in a clown mask lurking in the bushes. Fearing for his safety, he quickly fled and escaped. To date, the masked figure's identity and intentions remain a mystery. Arnold Outdoors is a channel about wilderness adventures such as fishing, hunting, and camping in the Pacific Northwest. In January 2021, the hosts went on a winter camping trip near Bend, Oregon, hoping for a peaceful experience, but things didn't go as planned.
We're in the middle of flipping nowhere. You can't even see nothing. You can see the glow of Bend, I think, back
I don't
that
think
way.
it comes through on the camera, but over there you can see the glow of Bend.
Yeah.
And over there you can see one lone little, or
Yeah.
two actually.
Yeah, you can't
That
see
looks
shit.
Like fire to me.
Yeah.
Maybe a fire 2 or 3
Possibly.
miles off and another little light way off.
But yeah,
there,
we're not going to know what this place even looks like till tomorrow, so. Alright, so we got to leave. There's creepy ass people with red headlamps coming towards us out of the woods.
Well, here's what happened.
About 400 yards off.
No, not even. Like 300.
Yeah, 300 yards. And once we parked, back up a little.
That's what I'm doing, man.
They separated from each other.
Well, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
There's 2 people with red headlamps on and 2 people with bright.
They soon encountered a red flag and decided to find a new camping spot. After relocating to what they thought was a safer area, they settled in, unaware that a terrifying night awaited them.
Yeah, what was that, a gunshot? Gunshot or a vehicle? Vehicle. Or Bigfoot's fucking screaming. There's the A, dude. Sound like a vehicle on a gravel road.
I caught it on the camera.
Hopefully that was freaky sounding.
Ears up, yeah.
Twice, loud as hell.
Almost sound like gunshots.
It did almost sound like gunshots echoing. But there's lots of people out here.
Definitely a gunshot.
Close. Really close. Like within a mile.
Probably within fucking half a mile.
Sounds like a 22 and it sounds like it's coming from that.
Initially, they were unconcerned by occasional distant gunshots because it was common in remote areas for scaring animals. However, as night fell and the shots grew nearer, their unease increased.
They're right fucking there, dude.
They're like driving around shooting.
Hooting and hollering and shooting. It's teenagers hooting and hollering. Kill the lights. They might shoot at us. Kill it and get low. For real. Fire. Where? It's like, fire, don't fire. God dang, right there. No. I'm pretty sure he said fire. The one dude said where, and then he said, God dang, right there.
Yeah.
Pointing towards
like
our
a
fire.
Yeah.
Like they saw our fire. The camera's still rolling.
Imagine enjoying a peaceful camping trip only to be interrupted by nearby gunfire. Fortunately, the campers stayed calm, turned off their lights, and waited for the threat to pass, emerging unhurt. On March 9th, 2025, channel host Thomas Locke went on his first bivvy wild camping trip with a friend. However, what started as a simple outdoor adventure quickly turned disturbing.
There's been some like deers and foxes running around. One got really close and then bolted and it heard me move. Been a lot of stuff going on, but it's not been like scary. It's been quite nice and relaxing. It's been crazy warm as well.
Tom initially dismissed his unease as paranoia, but the unsettling noises in the forest grew louder, making him feel like someone was lurking just out of sight. Despite the disturbances, they eventually fell asleep, but the terror of the night was far from over. A new sound and footsteps emerged near their tent, hinting that something or someone was lurking. Tension filled the night, but by morning everything returned to normal as if nothing ever happened. James is a YouTuber with the channel By the Curb. where he shares his camping trips and van life adventures. After a day of exploring, he parked his camper by a peaceful park, ready for the night, when something unexpected occurred. Startled awake by banging on his van in an isolated spot, he felt panicked but gathered the courage to check who it was. Surprisingly, this is what he found.
That's an old one. And you see a on the front, his father was a Briton. His father, his grandfather, was a Briton, and I'm the back. Did not work with that one. I'm not the third door. I'm not the private rig. I'm not a first, is the English footballer. And now reef, I don't know what it means, you see when you put on the dead people who you supposed to love. Punch that, I haven't never heard before. There's no new modern technology. You've got fucking stuff like this on there. You're a cameraman, you're shutting out all that. You get a rear from the body. You come back here and you just go.
It's coming back.
Oh, it's fuck. That's really where we follow. Fucking fuck somewhere, fucking where I go. Where I go and stuck in it. That's really what I'm doing. You don't mind the soup and stuff.
So I'm just hoping that he'll get fed up.
James saw a man trying to look into his van while yelling and appearing upset. Fear gripped him as the man's unusual behavior suggested he might have a mental health issue. After all, what grown man approaches a camper and writes, "I love you" on it? It was strange. Although James intended to leave the premises, he was parked poorly, making it hard for him to leave quickly. A van lifer should always choose a spot that allows easy exit for safety. Fortunately, the man eventually left, leaving James unharmed. This scenario highlights every camper's nightmare of a stranger attempting to force entry. Tim and Eden run the YouTube channel Truckhouse Life, sharing their road adventures. During a recent camping trip, they arrived at their site after a long journey, unaware that the real adventure was just beginning.
I didn't see the moon out tonight. Well, that was interesting. Heard someone banging pots and pans and yelling and screaming and a dog freaking out, but it was just a bear someone chased off. But we're good here. We're way off the ground. Getting ready for bed. We'll see you guys in the morning though. Oh yeah. Someone doesn't like the bear. I said I was going to bed. I turned you guys off for the night, started making the bed, then I heard a guy literally screaming. I'm gonna film you, film the bears. This is so good. We're both there with our cameras. People are just, there's pots and pans going off around the campground and
we're just like,
yeah.
Let's go look.
Yep. I like these bears. These bears are fun.
Yeah, these bears are a lot less threatening.
I'm actually excited to see them.
Yeah, I don't feel like we're gonna die from these bears.
Oh. Gun? Someone shot a gun in the campground?
Someone shot a gun in the campground.
Are you serious? That's insane. There's people everywhere.
I don't really think you're supposed to shoot.
No, you're definitely not supposed to shoot a gun in the campground.
I think you're supposed to go inside and let the bear do whatever the bear is doing.
That's a little bit overkill. There's literally people camped everywhere in every direction. Nothing's around here.
I don't think we're gonna hear anything else. They shot a gun. I feel like that's the conclusion.
A gun? All right.
The shout echoed through the campground, but they felt safe in their camper, accustomed to wildlife surprises. However, a gunshot changed the mood. They managed to relax and sleep that night, but what they discovered the next morning added to their experience.
Eden walked outside this morning and I don't know, you guys have to watch her video to see it, but the bear tried to get in her camper last night while we were camped right here beside it. There's its paws all over the side of the camper. Little nose smudge.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
Right there in the window.
This one's a nice little.
Oh yeah, let's see.
That's a good one.
Right there, but it ripped the basic trim right there completely off of the door.
Yeah, you got a little tooth print here.
Yep, little tooth mark right there. Walked out this morning, that was like wide open, ripped off.
Yeah, I walked over and it was just like hanging out here, and I was like, bear, bear.
And it came in this side too.
And all over my Jeep.
Yeah, she's got paws in her Jeep. Yeah, look at that. Here you go. There's bear paws there.
A bear had invaded their campground, but fortunately they were safely inside their camper. The duo felt that the bear's presence shouldn't compel them to leave, so they decided to stay for one more night.
What in the godly is going on out here? It's happening again. They're like right there. This is the best campsite ever. We just keep staying here. It's a definite.
How could you not? Are you not entertained?
It's right there. Oh, I see him, maybe? Yeah, there he is.
Oh, you see the bear?
Yeah, he's like way out there in the street.
Oh yeah, I see him. Yeah, there he is.
Yep.
Oh, he's running this way.
Oh, that's nice. I don't have my bear spray or anything, but
Well, neither one of us move at all.
I'm in flip-flops. I'm gonna take my flip-flop off and start beating him.
Yeah, he's right there. He's coming our way.
Is he?
He's literally coming straight for us. Okay.
Oh, he's got cubs. Yeah, he's got little ones. Okay.
That's like one thing I'll say is you don't really visit babies.
Yeah, they're gonna visit the camp. Oh, they're coming and running fast.
Yeah, no, I told you. Oh, the babies are so cute though.
Yep. I'm gonna jump up there now. Get the door open so we can jump in. They're there, right there. Oh, they're so cute. Look at them.
The babies are adorable. Oh my goodness.
They're gonna visit the neighbors in the tent.
Okay, the babies are so cute.
Despite the tension of the encounter, Tim and Eden maintained a positive outlook, sharing laughs about it afterward. It was clear that this was an experience they wouldn't soon forget. If you enjoyed this video, which I know you did, subscribe, like, share, and watch the next one.